Every nation speaks to the world in its own way. Some speak through poetry, others through literature. But the United Arab Emirates chose a rare and astonishing language, the language of engineering. Here, chapters are not written in ink, but carved into skylines. Here, structures are not buildings, but messages. Cities are not maps, but equations of ambition. Steel is not a material, but a voice saying, "This is who we are, and this is who we intend to become." This is not a story about concrete and glass. This is the story of an idea that began as a faint line drawn in sand and rose to become a line piercing the sky. When you gaze upon a Leonardo da Vinci painting, you realize that genius does not live only in the details, but in the first spark, the invisible moment before the stroke touches the canvas. Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan carried that first spark. He looked at the desert and saw not emptiness, but the blueprint of a nation waiting to be born. His engineering was not the engineering of towers, but the engineering of life. When he dug wells, he was sketching lifelines across a thirsty land. When he built schools, he was constructing factories of minds, not blocks. When he opened hospitals, he wasn't treating a present, he was protecting a future. He worked as Leonardo da Vinci worked, not from stone, but from the human soul. His philosophy was simple, yet profound. As deep as the roots of the Ghaf tree, invest in the human being, and the land will answer back. The foundation he built was invisible, but unshakable. A foundation made of educated people, healthy communities, and a nation rooted with dignity in its own soil. He engineered the fertile ground from which tomorrow's miracles would rise. Then came the next chapter, a chapter written on the soil Sheikh Zayed prepared. A leader appeared whose vision was not to build a city, but to craft the future itself. If Sheikh Zayed engineered the foundation, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid engineered the breakthrough, a new formula. Not how do we live, but how do we lead the world? His engineering is fast, bold, restless. It breathes innovation and feeds on challenge. He designs the way Leonardo da Vinci designed his machines, starting from the end, from the dream, and tracing the pathway backward. Burj Khalifa, not a building, a declaration, a vertical poem that says, "If you cannot find the miracle, build it." The museum of the future, not a museum. A question mark forged into steel, asking humanity, what if tomorrow is the canvas? His engineering does not begin with foundations. It begins with speed, data, strategy, and vision. It is engineering that sees the future first, then returns to construct it. When you place the portrait of Sheikh Zayed beside the portrait of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, you do not see two separate leaders. You see a single equation. Sheikh Zayed is the root, the depth, the wisdom, the earth, the human. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid is the branches, the momentum, the speed, the sky, the future. The roots hold the tree firm. The branches dare to touch the sun. Neither can exist without the other. This is how nations rise, not in one era, but across eras that complete one another. And today, a third chapter is being written, not by rulers alone, but by every engineer in this generation. Every line drawn on paper, every model, every innovation is not technical work. It is the continuation of a national masterpiece. Engineers are not just professionals. They are the new painters, carving the next strokes on the canvas of the UAE. the UAE, a painting that never ends. Because art is never finished, only abandoned. The UAE has never abandoned its canvas, and that is why its painting will never be complete. Every tower added to the skyline, every idea, every challenge conquered, is another brushstroke on a masterpiece stretching from desert sand to luminous sky. This is the engineering of a nation, a tale rooted in wisdom, rising through ambition, and continuing today in the hands of every dreamer who believes that the future is not a place we go to, but a place we build. Floor by floor, vision by vision, dream by dream. Until our paths cross again, may your mind glimpse what lies beneath the surface. And never forget, here begins the journey to uncover the essence of the world. With you, Shaimaa El Sayoufi. If this vision moved you, let it live through your support.